but
hopefully a lot.
I hope so. Last time we did a preview show we had was pretty successful.
It's because they love to see it.
Oh, yes.
Is this not going live? What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, it says live.
It says that we're live.
Oh,
We're
shit.
live,
Okay.
pal.
We're live, pal.
We're live,
Welcome
pal.
We're live,
There we
pal.
go. Welcome everybody to the PWZ podcast. This is the Coliseum Pro Wrestling Course of Honor preview show. Hello and welcome. I've got the Sensation Kellz, Talkin Tommy Sabin here, and Dapper Matt DaCorte, the ring announcer extraordinaire. How's everybody doing out there?
I'm doing really good. I'm pretty tired. I had a fun-filled weekend. It was pretty breakneck, but it was a lot of fun. But we're here, and we're gonna have some more fun.
Yes,
I'm doing
sir.
sensational. In the words of Future, my hero.
Doing good
Tommy.
over here on my end.
Yeah,
Good
it's been
over
a
here.
while since I've seen you, Tom. How's good to see you.
Likewise, Professor. Likewise.
Yes,
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, of course. Anytime. Of course, everybody that's watching, the chat is open, so feel free to jump in, comment, make fun of Kellz a little bit.
Wow.
Let's have some. Let's have some fun. Let's have a little fun here.
What about me says make fun? I mean, my shirt is plush. You know, I have a medley of sanitizers behind me to spray away the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing but freshness and clean on this side.
There you go. So, of course, we're going to be hearing from a couple of gentlemen here that are involved in the show this weekend. In a few minutes, Steven Garcia is going to be joining us. Then shortly after that, Fly and I will be stepping in. Towards the end of the show will be Nutrius X. So we'll be talking about that. So why don't we start breaking down this show? This is this coming Friday, June 9th, the Elks Lodge, West Haven, Connecticut. I do have the card somewhere here in front of me as I'm trying to pull it up. Here it is. Main event, of course, is Chris Battle, NutriSex for the CPW Strong Will Championship. Tommy, why don't you take this?
Sure thing, Professor. So, last show, an opportunity for success too. We had a triple threat match. Originally, it was supposed to be one-on-one, NutriSex and Bobby Buffet. But then the debuting Travis Jacobs joined in, and it turned into a triple threat match for the number one contendership at the CPW Strong Will Championship, currently held by Red Lion Chris Battle, who has been sidelined last little bit with a thumb injury, I believe. Thumb, broken hand, wrist, whatever it is. And but he's been pulling through, and my understanding is he's cleared and ready to go for Friday. So it's going to be him and NutriSex one-on-one in the main event for the Strong Will Championship. Excited to see, both of them are veterans in the business, and I think it's going to be high intensity. And I wish both men the best. May the best man win.
Don't call it a comeback.
That's right. We got. We're going to be joined right now by Fly Nye, and I'm going to let him in here. And of course, this is going to be brother versus brother. This is going to be. Hang on, waiting for him to jump in here. Fly Nye is going to be taking on Sunset Steven Garcia. Welcome, Fly Nye Noriega, to the PWZ podcast yet again.
Talk to him. You know what it is. We back on PWZ. We live with it.
There you
Wow.
go.
Put your hands down, Cal. Put your hands down, please.
There you go. So
All right.
Yeah, listen, man. Now, listen. You was talking about, and listen, I was listening because I got eyes and ears everywhere. You want to talk about sprays? There's only one spray in the game right now that's on fire, and it's Bozo repellent. So you better be prepared, bro. Better be prepared. You can talk to Tommy about it. He'll fill you in.
I know.
Why you spray Tommy?
Once a show, he gets me.
No, Tommy, that says a lot about you, bro. You got to change your life around.
So, Fly Nye, you got a big match coming up this coming Friday, of course, against Sunset Steve Garcia. Let's talk about this.
So, Rick, you've been there since day one with me, and you were there for
Absolutely.
the very first match that I had at Paradise Alley. So, and that was with my brother. And going back to that match, nobody knew at the time. I was just that guy they brought in, and it's another dude for Steve to fight. Little did they know, a whole year and some change later, that the truth would be out there for the world to see. And this is something that I tried to really keep behind closed doors, and I never really wanted this to be revealed and basically be something that is riding my coattails for the rest of my career.
You guys have gone from promotion to promotion, battling each other. It's recently revealed that you guys are brothers. It's just been a chaotic situation. You guys have put yourselves all over the arena, so to say.
Listen,
And
man,
now it's
just
coming
like
to
it
hell.
was with every venue we've been to, it was like that at every single home that we stepped in. You know what I mean? Like, for me, we're the same father, but we have different moms. So whenever I'd go spend time at my dad's house and I'd have to deal with my older brother, you know, I always had to kind of just like, damn, I got to go to my dad's house. I can never have that one-on-one time with my dad. You know what I mean? And then when he did, the truth is he got locked up and then basically left his little brother high and dry. So now when I really needed him, where was he? Where was Steve?
Right.
So now here I am in the business now, busting my ass, working hard for something that I believed in, just for him to just rub it in my face and just move on. And I'm an afterthought to him. Hell no. I'm not an afterthought to anybody in this business. You got me screwed up if you think I'm an afterthought to anybody in this business.
But Fly Night, excuse me, I'm an only child, so hopefully I sound as sensitive as I am to this topic. But with a situation like this, wouldn't you say that it would be easier probably to just be on your own and disconnect entirely and just focus on what you have going on?
You see, that was the case. If you watched the product, you would have saw last show. I was moving on. I was focused on heavyweight championship gold. That being with, you know, that's sitting 100 target right now. So Steve wanted to poke his nose in my business. He could not let me get that dub. He can never let me succeed and have that one. Why? Because he doesn't want me to be better than him. He doesn't want me to become Coliseum Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Is he jealous that I'm going to do it before him? Like, what is the case? Did he not want to see his little brother succeed? Because there's a lot of people in this business, straight shots right now, that don't want to see me win, that don't want to see me on top. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of naysayers towards Fly 9 because I keep it real. So what is it with Steve?
Sound like a
I don't
hater
know.
to me, but I don't know nothing. Like I said,
Oh, you about to find out.
There you go. Let's see. We're gonna hang on one second, guys. What's gonna happen? What's gonna be going down at this coming weekend, Fly 9?
So pretty much, if you've seen the videos, E was trying to get a hold of me. I was kind of lost in the wind and kind of blinded by all this, the reveal between my brother being, you know, exposed to the business that we're blood. So I took my time away. I was off the social medias. I was very like to myself. I'm just in my head. And when he finally like, I was like, yo, pull up. He pulled up. He saw what I was doing. I was trying to dig a hole to bury my brother. I wanted to bury my brother alive because I'm tired of the past being dug up and always thrown in my face and always basically the only representation I have is because of my past. And right now, the route that I've chosen and that I've gone on, it's the paid in full route. And Rick, you know a thing or two about it. It's paid in full now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Talk to him, E.
Okay. Hey, yeah.
Live
he
in
is
full
here.
effect.
First
He
of
was
all,
the
let me
only
start off
person
by saying,
behind each closed door, each curtain that we were behind. He's the only person that knew about this since the very jump, besides the man himself. He was the only
Fly
person
9.
that knew that Steve was my brother.
Fly 9.
Talk to him.
Hold on 1 second. I just want to say
Yes,
that.
sir. Idra Cash,
took
thank you for
time.
joining in.
No
Sorry, guys, I'm
problem.
having a
Thank
little
you for
technical
having me.
difficulties on this end. Where did I lose Idric?
I'm here.
Looks like I lost. Nope, I didn't.
No, he's here. He's here. We're
Right
good.
here. Okay, I'm just having some technical difficulties on my side. If you guys don't mind hanging in there and
Let's
helping
send it
out a
back.
little bit while I'm trying to
I've
figure
been
this out.
sitting back watching you guys talk, and like, you know, I took time out of my busy
Okay.
schedule trying to help my brother get prepared for this event. And you guys have me sitting here waiting. But I'm here now. Fly 9.
What up, bro?
Hey yo,
What's good?
I'm tired of this narrative that Steve Garcia is like the golden child. I'm tired of this narrative that I'm the bad guy and I got you on this path. Like he's not the reason why we feel the way we feel. Like I haven't been there since day one. So when it comes to Friday, I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna let y'all do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Roscoe won't be in the building. It's gonna be brother versus brother. And may the best brother win. But we already know who that is.
With that being said, I got my last question for you, Fly 9. And before I ask this, I want to let you know I wish you the best of luck this coming week. I know you could do it. I'm sure the panel here knows you can do it. But I do have to ask you, what happens if you don't?
If I don't,
What happens if you don't take that win? What happens if you don't get your arm raised at the end of the evening? Are you going to shake his hand as a man?
respectfully, I don't see that way happening. There's no, for the outcomes that you ever watch Doctor Strange with Endgame? He saw all the possible outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
For me, at this upcoming show on June 9th, there's only one outcome, and that's me ending Sunset Steve's career, ending my brother's career once and for all. And it's not going to be anybody else. No matter how many times, I'm going to be real. People have talked a lot of junk about Steve. And for me, no matter what it was, I don't care who it was. I always stood up for my brother because I'm going to always be the one to say what I have to say about my brother before anybody else can. And my brother, he is an asshole. He is a piece of shit. And Steve, I'll let you know right now, because I know he's going to be watching this and he's going to run the replay and he's going to see, oh, nigh this, oh, nigh that. No. Steven, this is real, bro. Every last bit of energy that I've wasted this year on you, just know for a fact I'm tired of fighting you. I'm done and I'm going to bury you once and for all because I'm done. This is Fly Nye's world. This is Paid in Full's world now. Not that, Sunset. This is going to be the last sunrise and sunset you'll ever see on June 9th.
Any more questions? Y'all quiet out there. What's up? What's up, Matt?
I'm just
What's up,
speechless,
B?
man. I'm speechless, man. Listen, you guys know, I've always, Fly Night E, you guys know I've always respected the hell out of y'all. And you know that I've been, like Fly Night, I've been one of your biggest supporters. And I know a lot of people can back that up. I know you can back that up. And you guys you've been one of my biggest supporters too. You've done a lot for me in this business. That means a lot. And seeing brothers fight, it's sad to see. And I've had a lot of respect for you. I've got a lot of respect for Steve. I got to admit it. And I wish you the best. And I truly hope that whatever happens on Friday, that it all gets cleared out, man. That that this story, that this beef, this bad blood that you guys, because at the end of the day, you guys are still brothers. I hope it all gets put to rest once and for all. So I wish you the best, brother.
Hey, can I say something to that real quick?
Go for it.
Yo, like, me sitting back on the sideline, watching everything, dealing with the emotions of Fly 9. You know what I'm saying? Like, knowing what I know and watching my brother Fly Nye look at this man in the locker room and knowing that Fly Nye wants to punch him in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, this not gonna be no Peyton Manning and his little brother sitting at the Thanksgiving table talking about Super Bowl rings. It ain't gonna be none of that. This is like Cain and Abel. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is real. So I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I try to be the voice of reason with Fly Nye when it comes to certain situations. But I can tell you right now that there is no voice of reason for this situation. Like, we were in the woods in the middle of the night while this man was digging a ditch for Sunset Steve. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you realize the ramifications of what Coliseum Pro Wrestling has put in front of the fans that's going to witness this night tonight? Like, I don't think y'all realize, like, it's beyond being brothers. Like, this is the end.
I've
This
been
is the
seeing
end.
red since I wasn't raised with the Coliseum Pro Wrestling Championship in my hand. I've been seeing red. If you look at my face, I haven't shaved my face. I haven't slept right in weeks. I'm stressed out. And why? Why am I stressed out? Because of my brother. It's my brother's fault. So at the end of all this, there's no one else to blame but Steven. It's Steven's fault.
Well, thank you so much, brother. We appreciate you really digging in deep in the situation and just being honest, being transparent about it. I don't know if anyone has any more questions to ask you personally, but again, we wish you the best of luck this coming week. And no matter what happens, just know that we still got a lot of respect for you moving forward. And I'm gonna hope that in the future you guys are able to work it out. But that's not my place, and it's not for me to put on y'all. So whatever happens, and we'll just be there to watch.
Real talk. Just watch. Just let it go down. That's all y'all got to do.
All right.
Where's Rick at? Rick just up and left on us, our host.
It got too real for him. It got too real for him.
People that have technical difficulties, it's the host.
Yeah, it's getting real hot in here.
Rick still uses AOL Roadrunner, so
he got the DSL still, the hookup.
So tell him to get off the phone.
There's 2 Ricks now.
Yo,
all right.
2 of Ricks
Can
now.
y'all hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
For the love of God, I'm having technical difficulties over here. I appreciate you guys, stepping in there and helping. My whole thing froze up and the browser just shut down on its own.
I know you got some juiciness over there. Pause. So lay it on us, Rick.
So we're gonna go on. How's it going, everybody? By the way, yeah, my computer was all
Rick,
fucked
up. You just missed therapy.
We're going to
therapy, Rick.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna be moving on here. We're gonna have you guys on for a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna be moving on to our next guest. So yeah, what did I miss, by the way? Just help me.
You missed a lot,
Rick.
I don't know. I mean, I sure as hell like the
you
guy,
missed
but who the hell?
You missed the ramifications of what Coliseum Pro Wrestling has put Sunset Steve under.
Yelled at here. Let's see if this.
Oh yeah.
Everybody just
Fly 9.
Hey yo, E.
Hey yo, Fly 9.
Hey yo, E.
Hey yo, you ready to put Sunset Steve in the dirt, my boy?
Listen, I might just bring the same exact shovel to the match.
Man.
Listen, I might dig a hole wherever we at in the venue and bury him out back.
Hey yo, you know what? That sounds like music to my ears.
Listen, man, you ever listen to YNW Melly? I ain't gonna hold you, man. All I want to do is say, "Hey Alexa, play Murder on My Mind," because that's what I've been feeling like.
I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
it.
you know what? I've been watching a lot of New Jack City. And you know what saying comes to mind?
Put me
And
on.
mind my brother's keeper.
I'm be honest with you, fellas. Because I get all those references y'all talking about, and after everything that's been said, it's kind of getting a little uncomfortable. You know what I
Hey,
mean? It's a little too You know, we're here promoting the show and stuff, and I have nothing against what y'all saying, but you know,
mm,
we want to keep it a little more lighthearted, just for right now. Save the energy for this coming weekend, because that's where it needs to be directed. We don't want to have it too much on the internet, and then you know,
I
because
mean, we done pulled up on him in his house. Like, the internet knows what it is. You might be new to it, but the internet
I
knows.
done broke into his house. Well, I don't want to incriminate myself too much. I let
We
myself in. I know
he
how to get in
invited
there. I've
himself
been
in.
around.
You
It's
stole
my
his
brother's house.
shoes.
Sold his shoes
Yeah.
to the crackhead down the block. Did Steve
Mm.
tell you that he bought his same shoes back from that crackhead for $10?
Hey, yo, pay them full, don't pull no punches. It is what it is. Y'all know what y'all signed up for.
No,
We ain't lying.
and that's the thing about these guys. You know, you guys are as real as it gets, whether people like it or not. So it's whether they want it to be out there or not. You guys are gonna let them know. That's what
I
that's
don't
it.
You
know,
know,
baby. Talk to him, Matt.
I just want to say, 'cause
oh, we lost another one.
God damn.
We lost
They
another.
drop it like flies.
Rick is sabotaging this show
There he is.
for now, allegedly.
That's doppelganger
I
Rick.
don't
That's
know.
not
My
the real
connection
Rick.
seems to be bugging out.
That's
Can you
not the
guys
real
hear me?
Rick.
We
Can y'all hear
got
me?
Yeah.
Can y'all? Okay, I had to. All right.
That's not the real Rick. That's AI Rick.
Yeah.
it's Scroll Rick.
My computer literally just shut down the web browser twice, so I apologize for all the technical difficulties.
Listen, you got a good co-host in Kellz over here. Good
Yeah.
co-host in the court
Well,
and the OG down there talking Tommy.
so I got to say that I'm really. I had to run through the house and grab another wire and then grab a different headset because. So I want to thank you all for. Sorry for all the technical difficulties on my end, everybody. So where did we leave off?
The
Well, we're
situation.
All right.
Well, no, the
And
last thing I left off at was giving my man right here flowers. You know what I'm saying? Because it's good to have somebody that can relate and know the terminologies that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the punishment that Steve is going to be receiving. You know what I mean?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, is there anything else you guys want to offer here before we wrap this up? Before we wrap you
So
guys up?
we'll wrap this up real quick, short and simple. Steve's going in the dirt. I'm burying my brother once and for all, and that's that. And that's a fact. Never recap.
What he said.
All right. All right, gentlemen. I want to thank you guys for coming on, and thank you very much. Kincaid is in the chat. Look to him. Look at him. There he goes. Hang on. Let me see if I can do that from here. Thank you very much for tuning in, Don Kincaid, Mike Kanata, everybody else. Fly Nye and Idra Cash, thank you guys for being part of the show. Thank you, Tommy and Matt for Kellz for holding it down while I was running through my house trying to find my other headset. So, all right, thank you guys. We'll talk to you on Friday.
You have a good one. Y'all be safe.
Later, guys. So yeah, I don't actually have the thing in front of me right now. So also there's going to be I gotta look for the other. Does anybody else have the match list in front of them?
I do
Well,
not, but I can
No.
go off from memory.
I want to throw one out there real quick because
Yeah.
when this one got announced, let me put it to you like this. I mean, top to bottom, I gotta say, and before this ends, we definitely got to give a shout out to all of our sponsors, and also too, I want to give a quick shout out to all you three here, because one thing I've learned in my travels, and Lord knows in the past couple of years I've had many, is that styles make fights, but styles also make productions. And just like my style is different from Tommy's style is different from Kell's style is different from Rick's style. So in terms of the voices of CPW, we have a tremendous crew assembled. You know, we got Elisa hit and play. We got Richard Ruiz coming in, one of the best AV guys I know. And so from a production standpoint, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal.
Facts.
So shout out to all you. Shout out to everybody that's coming in on that front. But it looks like we got Sunset Steve in here, so I'll press hold on what I was going to talk about until we talk to the man, Sunset Steve.
Rick,
What up, y'all?
Rick's a messy fella. Sunset, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm
Messy
doing good.
fella.
I'm doing
We're
good.
trying to
How
promote
you
this damn
doing?
show. What the hell are you talking about, bro? Anyway, Sunset, thank you for joining us tonight. We just obviously we heard from.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining in again. We just heard from your opponent from this Friday night, Flying Noriega, and this is going to be one hell of a match. We're just finding out lots of crazy stuff is going on as of late involving your relationship and your feud over the last year and a half now. And man, this is just a lot going on. So give us your opinion about this coming Friday.
Well, this coming Friday. This is gonna be a war, man. I was just watching this whole thing. I was waiting to see where Fly was at because I was watching, but now he gone. Like every time I hop on, is either he catching from behind or he sneak away. So I'm just a little confused with that, you know, because this coming Friday is gonna be a war. I thought he had something to say to me right then and there, so I'm here right now.
You know,
Gentlemen.
Sunset, you have a particular style of wrestling. Your catchphrase, your part of your name, Sunset, has a lot to do with, you know, the sunset flip, the sunset bomb that from the top rope, from the middle rope, and those are particular styles, move sets that are more elegant, that are more precise. This doesn't seem like the kind of match that those moves would work in. This seems like it's going to be more gritty. It seems like it's going to be more close hands. It looks like, it feels like, you know, all bets are off. You know what I mean? Can you speak to us more about that, and then how you, if you feel like there's going to be a change in what you do on a normal basis to get the win?
Oh yeah, it's definitely this is gonna be a fight, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready to get in there, get my hands down and dirty. It ain't the first time I've done it in the ring either. You know, I've gone in there, I've won with sunset flips, and I've won with these before too. So I'm getting ready in there. I'm his older brother. I used to have to take my belt off just to put him down back in the day. I have no problem to do it again.
Wow.
Especially now because I'm already fed up with it, man. Like I've done it all. I've even tried not to fight him, especially before in the beginning. I tried not to. I tried to let him know like I had no choice. What can I do? You can't beat the justice system, no matter how hard you try. I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I'm even out now. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing you can do when it comes to that type of stuff. Once you get cuffed in, like, what are you gonna do? Hit the feds? You know you know what I mean? You're gonna hit the COs. You're gonna break out of jail. Like, you gotta be logical here, man. This dude's delusional. Like, this dude done lost his mind. So I feel like all bets is off now, and ain't no sunset flip in my mind. Kind of like he keeps talking this murder crap. He's gonna have to do a lot more than just to dig a grave.
Well, Sunset, I want to ask you something. And I'm not trying to make you look past Blind Eye at all, because we know that.
Sorry there, Matty. You kind of cutting off.
Oh, I am? How about now? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear? I can hear you, Matt.
Okay.
Steve, you still there?
Fine, Manny.
Yeah. Steve, did you get cut off? I think Steve might have gotten cut off. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Oh, is he back?
Oh, there he
Yeah,
is. There he
we're
is.
back on. Yes,
We're back. There we
Okay.
go.
we're
All
back.
right.
right.
What were you
All
saying,
right.
Matty?
No problem, man. So we should basically subtitle this thing "Technical Difficulties." But anyway, so like I said, not to make you try and look past Flying Eye, because I know the two of you, when you get together in the ring, you bring out the most primal, violent sides of each other. So I definitely don't want you looking past them. But one thing I'm thinking about is you're the longtime PAPW Alley Fights champion. You just won the Outcast Pro Wrestling Championship. So if you are able to put away Flying Eye here at CPW, are you looking at some gold in your future up there potentially?
Oh, of course. I'm definitely looking forward to, because I've been looking at, don't get me wrong, me and Targa got a little history ourselves too. In all good relationship. Believe it or not, he was even the groomsman at my wedding. And
think we lost him again. Matt, you still there? Anybody there?
I'm here.
Yeah,
He's
Okay.
back. He's back.
All right. All right. Garcia, you still there?
We got him.
All right. Okay.
At least I think we do.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
This hype show is cursed. It's cursed. Cursed, I tell you.
This is got to be the worst one yet. Not as far. I mean, for. All right.
Can
All
y'all
right.
hear
Let's
me
give
now?
it. Yep. Let's give it
Yeah.
a couple more minutes before we move on. So let's go on.
All right, can
Yep.
y'all hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good, cool. Sorry about that, but talking about Hunter, I'm definitely looking into some CPW gold, and not to throw shots at Hunter or nothing, but like I'm trying to get it to the top. Don't get me wrong, like I'm not trying to jump barrels here, but he was the groomsman at my wedding. We faced off each other once before. He beat me once, I beat him once, and there's a little tiebreaker right there. So we should figure out to see who's gonna come out on top when it comes to that, But I have to get through Noriega first. So once I get through him first, and it's gonna be a fight. Like I said before, I'm gonna definitely bring a different type of game into it. So I hope Hunter will be watching, because it's gonna be one of which, and it's gonna be another fight too after that when Hunter watches this, because that title might be coming home with me eventually down the line.
Steve, when you say get through Noriega, are you referring to just winning the match, or are you on the same type of time that Fly Nye's on, where he's trying to prove a point, make a statement, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but it sounds like he's definitely looking to cause some physical and emotional damage towards you. Now, it's all right if you're not trying to reciprocate it and you just want to win, but what's truly your goal for this match?
To be honest, I'm fed up with all this, because at the end of the day, that is my little brother, and I'm not in the type of mindset like that. I grew up on a different type of. I'm more street knowledgeable than he is, and I don't decide to put friendship or the streets before my flesh and blood. But if I have to give a little spanking to my family, to my little brothers and sisters, just to get them back on track, to make sure, even if I have to get the win just to move on, because all I want is just get him straight so I can get my little brother back eventually one day. That's my main goal. So if I can get through that, then I can get through Hunter.
All right. That's something I would love to see and look forward to down the road.
Yeah, because he's just not understanding. Like, imagine, put yourself in my shoes, right? What if you got to go off and you got to do some time? You can't fight that. You're in the justice system. You're in front of a judge. You're gonna tell a judge, "Nah, I got a little brother. I can't go anywhere." You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. So hopefully June 9th, when I beat some sense into my little bro, I can hopefully get him back.
All right. And there you go. Steve, I want to thank you for coming in, and sorry for all the technical difficulties. Thank you for joining us tonight. And let's see, we're going to see you Friday night, June 9th, of course. And I got to play a video right now, guys. So you guys hang in there. It's about 3 minutes, Steve. And we'll talk to you soon, all right?
Definitely, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Steve.
It is what it is. You go up with them, then they turn on you. Your own brother.
The whole world knows now, bro.
Honestly, now, the Sunset Steve you are, he's a fraud. I should be a champion right now. They got you back to the one that you wanted the most, that you're not gonna get. And that's the CPW World Championship.
We don't even talk no more, and you don't even call no more. We don't really keep in touch at all, and I don't even feel the same love when we hug no more. And I heard it through the grapevine, we even beefing now. After all the years we've been down, ain't no way, no how. This bullshit can't be true. We family, ain't a damn thing changed unless it's you.
Now I'm seeing all these rest in peace, Sunset Sissy, Bozo Garcia bullshit. You pushed my buttons far too long, like I said before. You broke into my house, assaulted me in front of my kids.
You think my man broke into your house? Nah,
He invited himself in. And you gotta kiss your relationship goodbye because it's paid in full now.
Talk to him.
I know the history. I know exactly where you two been, and I know exactly where y'all trying to go now.
Heard this thing about me being a fraud, man. You the fraud. Because you couldn't make ends meet, so you sold your soul to the devil. You think E's gonna be there for you forever, bro? I'm your flesh and blood. You my little brother. You said I chose this bad route? No. It's the paid in full route.
Talk to him.
It ain't no wrestling match. We banging out.
And that's what this is. Some unfinished business.
I can't conduct business as usual until you're out of the way and out of the picture. I'm about to bury my brother. And that grave, I hope you know you're digging it for yourself. You just made the biggest mistake of your life. I'm gonna beat your ass. You left me high and dry, and you're gonna act like you didn't.
You got my man Fly Nye versus Sunset Steve.
Friday, June 9th, at Course of Honor, I'm gonna beat you down. You wanna go dig my grave?
I'm gonna expose you really for who you truly are, Steven.
I'm gonna beat your ass up and down that ring.
Sunset, this the end, my boy. This last match coming up, after this, ain't gonna be no more.
It's gonna be a fight. You, Steve.
Big fight
Well,
right there.
everybody, I want to say thank you for joining in. And I am back. I am on a separate computer now. So I want to thank everybody for their patience and sorry about the mess that's been going on. Let's see. Now, that is now being considered an unsanctioned match because CPW management does not want to be responsible to what happens to either of these individuals.
Got
So
some
I'm really
breaking
looking
news
forward to
on
this. This is going to be some craziness this coming Friday night. So hopefully from here on in that we're going to have some regular, not so much difficulties. You all hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody? Okay,
clear.
there you go. All right.
good.
So, all right. I don't know. My phone, like I said, the show's cursed, like you said, Matt. So thank you everybody for tuning in. We got a lot more coming up, of course. Let's see. We got Nutrius X coming in. Here we go. Somebody's saying hello. Is that Tommy's mom?
It's my mom.
Hello, Mom. Thank you for tuning in. There you go. Is that better? Oh, my.
Every time I'm gonna wave like that on the broadcast.
So we got a lot more coming up this coming Friday. Diva Theater. That's Dixie. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. We got so much.
Hold on. Let me show her something. Let me show her something.
Sure.
It's a tradition. It's a tradition. She'll know what it
I
is.
hope it's Spider-Man.
She made that?
No. It's a little inside joke that we got here. Like every time I used to do a podcast, I used to sit, and my mom crochets, so she'll just give me blankets, and I'll just when it gets cold, I'll do the blankets, and she's like, "Oh, those are nice." So I got to show off my crochet blankets that my mom gave me.
Shout out to your mom.
There you go.
Shout out to all the mamas out there.
Yes. So real quick, I wanna go back to something before we get the next guest in because we were talking about the card and stuff like that. And one match when it got announced, and granted, top to bottom, this is when it's all said and done, we'll know for sure. But on paper, this is by far one of the best cards Coliseum Pro Wrestling has put together, and it's in its short history. I'm very excited about this one. Any match has the potential to steal the show, but when this one, which I will tell you in a second, got announced, I was just like, oh yeah. And that is Prince Ahmed and Bobby Buffett. Because let me tell you something about Prince Ahmed. For those that are unfamiliar, he has earned the moniker the Torture Artist. And he is called that for a reason. He's not coming in here to make friends, to shake hands, to kiss babies. No. He's coming in to turn whoever his opponent is, or try to turn whoever his opponent is into a human pretzel and snap limbs. That's what he is. That's what he does. And he does it in very beautiful but very violent ways. And you will be equal parts mesmerized and I don't know what word I'm looking for here. It's been a long day, but equal parts mesmerized, and a little terrified as well. But one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to it is, can he do what he wants to do to someone with the physical strength, the size, the heart, and the sheer force of will that is Bobby Buffet? On paper, this one has me very excited, and if I were a gambling man, I would put my money on this one to steal the show. And granted, like I said before, any match on this card has the potential to steal the show. I'm just saying that if I had a gun to my head and was forced to put money on something, this would be the one.
I respect your opinion on that.
Whoops. Sorry, I think I kicked Tommy up by accident. We're about to be joined by NutriSX. That match you're referring to, Matthew, sorry. I really, really am looking forward to that one. NutriSX is here, everybody. Thank you for joining us here today. You got a big match coming up this coming Friday for the CPW Strong Will Championship against Chris Battle.
Main event.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you feeling?
What's
up,
happening?
Before we go forward, let me just point something out. Hold on a second. This is ridiculous. Adonis has joined the chat. He's not been active in this damn chat in many months. Hello, Adonis. Goodbye. Guys.
Wow.
So
book Adonis versus Rick next CPW show. Book it, you cowards.
There you go.
Book
there
it,
you go.
Cowards.
Why isn't it going away? It didn't go away. I tried to take the comment off. All right, here we go. TN Couponer, thank you for tuning in. Tunes into every single live show, and he's a great guy. So thank you for tuning in, Joshua. Thank you. Anyways, yeah, this coming Friday, man. What's going on, Nutrius? Thank you for coming in, and I'm really looking forward to this match. It's going to be a banger, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I've went against Chris Battle once before in the past, and I came up short. So this one's a little more personal for me. You know what I mean? It's something I really gotta put focus into.
Do you think that you think you have what it takes to take this title off of him?
Nah, I don't think that I have what it takes. I know I have what it takes.
All right.
Like I've said, ever since that I've stepped into CPW, I've been going on.
Do you freeze? We're having.
Yeah, he froze mid-sentence. Unfreeze. No,
unfreeze. Nope. Wow. Oh, I think there he is. You there? Wow, Matt disappeared.
So what happens is there's an initiation for every guest we have in.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, we put you through technical difficulties before we get to the nitty gritty of what you're about to talk about. So just to see your level of commitment for the show that's coming this week. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to be involved in this show coming up, then you got to get through the hazing. This is rookie hazing going on at PWZ.
This is not. We've had technical difficulties from the start of this show today. I apologize for everybody. Somebody just disappeared. Nutrius just disappeared. Hopefully you'll be able to sign in. Matt, you got or Tommy, you have a message here. Look at this. From Adonis. He loves you.
Donnie's showing the love. Donnie's showing the love to the double T.
All right, I think we got NutriSix back here. Sorry, man, we've been having some technical difficulties all around today.
Man. It's all right. Yeah, but back to your question. No, I don't think I have what it takes. I know I have what it takes because the day that I stepped into CPW, I've been going nonstop, and that's.
Curse, man. The curse continues.
We are cursed. Who did this? Oh man, is my internet's connected.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, third time's a charm. Let's try this again. I don't think he's there.
He's moving.
He's moving. Can you hear us? Is the question.
Is he muted?
I don't see him as muted.
There he's moving.
Yeah. This is unbelievable. I'm going to shoot him a message. And...
Well, that's all right. In the because we do have some other questions for Nutrius.
Oh,
absolutely.
And we'll break it down to him when he gets back.
I think he just logged off.
I just sent him a message, so hopefully he'll be jumping back on. And here he is again. Let's try this one more time. This is going to be a hell of a show to edit together. Christ.
What's up, guys?
Let's
just get it out.
And again,
hopefully we can get it out this time. So, yeah, we're having technical difficulties all around. That's all I say. So, yeah, let's go. Let's try to see if we can. Maybe we should have done this on a different night. It's the Sundays that's the difficulty.
The Lord has spoken.
We got a decent amount of viewers too tonight. That's the funny part. So
everybody's home streaming that Spider-Man movie. That's all.
Yeah, that's.
I saw that on Thursday.
Oh, where we go? No spoilers. Though. Be cool.
One more time.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Before you say anything, Matt, can you repeat the question just in case we, anybody watching didn't get a chance to see it who just tuned in?
Talking about Spider-Man or the match?
No.
Oh.
About the match.
Oh man. Thank you, TN Couponer. All right, so maybe this is just not. Oh my god. I'm going to bring up the match list. We're going to talk about the match list till we can get this rolling. All right, so not only that, the CPW Tag Team Champions are on championship is on the line. The Co-Avenue Killers taking on Hustle and Muscle. That's going to be a good one, I think.
Yeah, that's one of them I'm really excited for. Lorenzo Vendetta, Jake Lynn, Co-Ab Killers, straight from Mama Gooin. Only a few people know what that means. It's an inside joke. Matt knows what that means. Straight from Mama Gooin.
We got two more inside jokes for the rest of the stream, and then I'm shutting it down, guys.
Let's hope.
It's gonna be fun. They're coming off a successful title defense against the Pyramids of Power, and Hustle and Muscle are coming off a successful victory against the Vetrano brothers. So it's going to be interesting to see. I believe this may be a first-time matchup between the Co-Ab Killers and Hustle and Muscle. So I'm excited to see what these two teams are going to do when they throw down to the squared circle. This is a match I've been very excited for the moment it was announced. Can't wait for it.
I think we have Nutrius X back with us. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm only going to do this one more time.
So,
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
After this one, I give up, guys.
Let me ask you.
It's been like that all night, so sorry.
All right, so what did you catch from what I said?
You don't think you know you're capable of winning.
That you know that you can take that title off of.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And that was the last thing I said before everything got frozen.
Yep.
Oh no.
I was gonna change the question, guys. I didn't let me change it. I was gonna say maybe the question was the issue, but it's all right.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I was gonna ask him who his spade partner is. I mean, I have the best wishes for this match because it's two very experienced technical guys who are strong, fast, and have the ability to. Both of them can come up on top on this match. Is definitely, from my perspective, even granted, Chris Battle, he's known to have a couple cards up his sleeves, if you know what I'm saying. So it's going to be interesting. I look forward to this one the most because it's probably going to be more work for our team to be involved in and just keeping track because there's going to be a lot of moving parts. I just know it, and I can't wait for this one. But
And you're pretty dead on with that, Kellz. Like the way I'm looking at it is, these are two very experienced veterans of the scene around here. They know so much. They got a lot in the bag of of maneuvers and not just physical, mental as well. So it's going to be a battle of veterans. Who's going to be able to outsmart who, and there's going to be a lot of layers to it. I feel like it's going to be a real good one.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Let's see what else we got here. Do we get everybody's opinion on that match? I think that's I think Nutri Sex is he's been, to me, he's like one of the best performers out of the Northeast that maybe does not get that credit because he's just an amazing professional wrestler, man.
Yeah,
he's got them chops like Chris Benoit. I hate to make that reference, but
just one more thing to just put in real quick. It's like you said. It's like these guys are two very complete wrestlers. And that's the thing. It's like they can do just about anything. They can match up well with just about anyone. So what happens when two guys like that get put together? That's where the fun's gonna happen. Tommy, go ahead, man.
Yeah, well, one thing you gotta wonder that could potentially play a factor. Chris Battle's coming back from an injury, so you don't know if that could play a factor. So that's going to be really interesting to see what that's all about. And I'm excited for that match. It is the main event, my understanding. So I'm really excited to see that one come full circle inside the squared circle. But it's funny, Matt. You mentioned you said something about both Nutrisex and Chris Battle, that they are both complete wrestlers. And speaking of complete wrestlers, we are having a debut, my understanding, at CPW, and that is the complete one, Jay Vara, someone that I've worked with only a few times, but I've enjoyed every time I've worked with him. He's a great guy, great wrestler, great guy to work with, and he's making his debut against, as my understanding, Anytime Alan Bano. Is that correct, Matty?
That is 100% correct. And let me tell you something. I've worked with Jay quite a bit, and for another promotion that we both worked for. He was injured for a time, but he did commentary. So I would, after I was done doing the announcement, I would slide in and do commentary with him. So him and we know each other very well. And that being said, he is the complete one for a reason. He can do it all. He can fly, he can strike, he can grapple, he can improvise. He's got it all. And Alan Bano, he's an interesting cat. He comes out to a Lady Gaga song. He's strutting his stuff. He's a gambler, and this match is a bit of a gamble for him. Bano is good. He's definitely got a lot of things in the arsenal, and but is he going to be able to have enough to overcome someone as complete as Jay Vera? No pun intended there.
Yeah, you did it on purpose.
Real quick, what up, Donnie?
Well, I'll tell you though, so that match I'm excited about. But it's funny because Matt, you mentioned a match that you are potentially most excited about, but I kind of want to quickly give my intake on a match that I think I'm most excited about.
Yes, sir.
Because it's funny when people talk about Talkin Tommy, they talk about the future. And I've been told many times that I am a up and coming announcer, commentator, interviewer, whatever you want to call it.
I tell you that.
And so I'm all about the future and the future of this business. And I think on Friday we're going to see two guys that define the future of this business, and that is the premier Luis Leon going one-on-one with my man Jermaine Marbury, who Marbury, I got to tell you, I've watched him from his first day of wrestling school, and it's seeing how far he has come. It's just been incredible. Last night, Manny and I got to witness an impressive matchup between him and Fly 9 Noriega at Bash at the Brewery for PAPW. Marbury is unbelievable, and he is someone that I can't wait to see him go one-on-one, throw it down with Luis Leon. He's another guy. Both of these guys are young, talented, fleet-footed up-and-comers that are going to bring a lot to the table to professional wrestling. And so I think this is the one that has the opportunity to steal the show.
Yeah, no, and I will say this, Luis Leon, he might not be familiar to folks down here, or as familiar to folks down here as others, but he's had some experience under his belt. I remember working with the Premier about maybe a year, maybe two before he started popping up down here. And so he's got a little bit more in the edge of experience, and that's where I think this match go is Jermaine. He's as hungry as they come. He's getting better every time I see him, and I see him training, and this is a guy that wants it. He wants to prove that he's not just a star in basketball, he's a star in wrestling too. And so it's one of those classic, can the young up and comer pull enough out of the bag to be able to beat the more experienced competitor, and also too, is a more experienced competitor going to be overlooking this guy a little bit because he doesn't have the experience that he has. It's always a little variable when you see matchups like this, and both are athletic, both are both are tremendous athletes, and it's it's a very interesting matchup, and it's definitely one to keep an eye on for sure. Another one to keep an eye on for sure. I've been saying it about everyone so far.
If I could piggyback off that particular statement about, the experience discrepancy, the age discrepancy, I definitely find that super interesting myself because it can always end in either a roll up, right? Because the younger wrestler, the more inexperienced wrestler isn't expecting it. You know what I mean? They're just so busy on just high pace, high energy, just trying to get through move to move and trying to look good and get through all the parts and perform. And then here comes the vet who's just trying to get this win because they done shook all the hands and kissed all the babies, as you guys said earlier. So here's that roll up for the win, or it could be a big move that the vet wasn't prepared for because depending on the time of the match, how long that with the time frame, how long it runs, until that 1, 2, 3 or submission or something like that, that vet could blow up. They could lose their win. So there's a few factors that have a lot to do with the experience, and it can really go either way, just like a few of the other matches that we have on the card. I do look forward to this one. Also, I'm excited to see what movesets come out of this one because, Rick, right next to me, he catches elbows all the time whenever I get too excited. So make sure you have your elbow pad on, your shoulder pads, something like that, because this one seems like it's going to be exciting. Best of luck to both of those gentlemen.
One match I'm really looking forward to is the tag team match between the Vetrano brothers and the Haven. I think that I got to see the Vetrano brothers two times recently. I've been thoroughly impressed. And of course, the Haven is the Haven. Those guys, out there killing it all over the place as of late.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Rick, this is going to be a big challenge for the Vetrano brothers. No disrespect to them. There's not a knock on them. I got to see them for the first time last time out at CPW, an opportunity for success too. They came up short against Hustle and Muscle. And Hustle and Muscle is a very good tag team. I know the Vetrano brothers don't have the experience that Hustle and Muscle has. So obviously, Hustle and Muscle are more of the veterans in that matchup. And so I feel like for them, coming off a tough loss, the challenge is it doesn't get any easier because now they got to go up against Sean Knight and Jay Onyx, the Haven, who are arguably one of the most popular and best tag teams in independent professional wrestling in the Northeast today. So it's going to be a big challenge for them. So my challenge to them, to the Vetrano brothers, is how are you going to bounce back after a tough loss to Hustle and Muscle? How do you bounce back against a team as talented as the Haven?
Well, here's what intrigues me about this one a lot is you got one team that are legitimate blood brothers, and you have another team that are so close that they're practically brothers. But my point is that they know each other very, very well. And the best tag teams that I've ever seen are teams that know each other very well, not just, personally, but also like what they can do in the ring. And, I see a lot of potential in the Vetrano brothers. They're still young in this game, and, they got a lot to learn, but, they've made a lot of strides in a very short time. And this is definitely 100% going to be their toughest test. But, again, the Haven, like you're right, Tommy, there are some times when I'm announcing the Haven that I have to wait like a good, 30 seconds to a minute before I start talking, because I literally cannot hear myself because the reaction is so loud. And so you put two teams like this together, it's I think what it's going to boil down to is who knows their partners the best, who's going to be the most cohesive unit to be able to take these guys out. Because again, like I mentioned with Marbury, is the Haven have much more experience for sure, but let's hope they're not overlooking these guys, because the Vetranos, like I said, they're young, but they know that they know a good amount of stuff. And if the Haven make a mistake, I don't doubt that these kids can capitalize on it.
Yeah, and to piggyback off that, Matty, we talked about the Haven and we talked about Hustle and Muscle, the two teams that the Vetrano brothers are, going up against. Well, one they've gone up against, one they're going to go up against at CPW. The difference between the Haven and Hustle and Muscle is, if anyone knows the story about the tortoise and the hare, Hustle and Muscle are very much like the tortoise. They're that slow and steady wins the race, and that's what has made Hustle and Muscle, Richard Eastone Esquire and Jay Bricks, so successful over the years, because they take their time. They don't rush. They take their precious time, and that is what has brought them so much success over the years, and why they are a very successful tag team. With the Haven, now they're successful, but they like to work quick. They are fast, they are agile, high flying. They've got it all. And sometimes that speed, who knows, that can get the best of them. It can get them tired. It can get them a little fatigued down the stretch, and that could cost them. And I've watched a lot of matches of the Haven. Matty, you've been there too. Haven, of course, started out at PAPW, so we've seen a lot of matches with Sean and Jay. So we know that sometimes some of the matches that they've come up short on have been matches where their speed has gotten the best of them down the stretch. So it's going to be interesting to see how Haven plays this one out against the Vetrano brothers.
I think this one's going to come down to whoever's the strongest. Because from what I'm hearing, I'm familiar with the Haven, not so familiar with the Vetrano brothers, but off of the face card, probably similar or close to around the same build. No doubt in my mind that they're probably quick, especially with them being young. Typically, younger wrestlers in the ring, they're at it. Like I said earlier, and with the Haven, we've seen them. We know how they get down. Just like you said, Tommy, you were on the money with that. I do think it will be down to whoever gets hit the hardest, and that might be the exclamation point to that match. Whoever just gets that final, whether knock in the head, something like that, and then they're out cold. 1, 2, 3, we're finished.
It's one to look forward to, guys. I'm really looking forward to that one. Did we catch every match, or did we talk about the Johnny Santos and Double G match?
We have not.
Oh, we did not.
Okay, we have not. I just want to make sure, because obviously all these difficulties, my brain's going all over the place with all these difficulties, so I'm trying to remember to keep up.
I will leave off on that, because I am very familiar with Mr. Santos. So Yoni Santos, he is a cocky SOB. He is a very cocky SOB, but I got to give the devil his due. He could back it up. He talks the talk. He can walk the walk.
Sounds like my favorite wrestler already. Come on, guys.
Yeah, but you might like him, Kellz. He's got good style too. He might rival that shirt you're going on. Dixie's got it right there, first class. He is a first class competitor. He rolls as a part of a stable called First Class. Very talented individuals with that. He surrounds himself with incredibly talented individuals that push him to be his best. And whether you like it or not, he brings it every time. I don't always agree with his tactics, but they are that's what you got to deal with Johnny Santo. Like literally everything. You know, you gotta have eyes in the back of your head at all times when you're in the ring with this guy, for better or worse. And Double G, I've worked with him a few times as well. You know, he's an all-rounder. You know, he has the tools that can definitely defeat Johnny Santos, but what he's got to be aware of is he can't get sucked into the mental game. He can't worry about what might be happening about the outside. He can't worry about whether, you know, Santos is going to try and distract the ref or do something a little shady. You know, he's got to keep his focus 100% in the ring at Johnny Santos. He's got to have eyes everywhere. He's got to be fully aware. He can't lose attention on him for a second, because if he does, that's when Santos is going to capitalize on it.
Right. And if I'm correct, and you know, I need a fact checker on this one, but I believe Johnny Santos is representing the Dominican Republic. Is that correct?
Yes, he currently resides in Washington Heights, but formerly by way of Santo Domingo. Yes.
And Double G, does he represent Puerto Rico? Is that my understanding?
I believe he does. I
see what you're doing.
So that's a rivalry already, gentlemen.
Wow.
We've got DR versus PR. That's already a rivalry.
Wow. Talking Tommy bringing the levels into it.
Yeah, we need to tie the chairs down that evening.
I'm gonna tell you something. It'll be. I'm curious if each one of them will come out with their respective flag. That'll really be interesting.
Mm-hmm. No, it's definitely a good match. This one's a sleeper, folks. You know, like I guarantee you, like by the end of the day, you know, Double G is gonna have fans and Santos is gonna have haters, because that's that's usually how things happen with these two.
So I think we covered pretty much the card. Do you guys want to run down the if I list out the match, who takes it? Who takes the victory? Yes, no? Yeah, predictions.
Talkin Tommy is unbiased.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Of course, we tried to get NutriSex in here. It didn't quite work out, but Chris Battle and NutriSex.
I think we've got a new champ, gentlemen.
I agree with that.
I really think, you know, Nutrius being the veteran that he is, he might be very smart here and might, you know, favor that injured thumb, hand, wrist, whatever it was of Chris Battle, and I think that might play a factor in this matchup. So I think we're going to crown a new CPW Stronghold champion in nonstop NutriSex. That's my take.
I disagree.
Double T took the words right out of my mouth. You know, NutriSex is, you know, he's nonstop and he's a gamer, man. And that's not to say Chris Battle isn't. He's one of the most technically gifted wrestlers I've ever seen. But like Tommy said, like, is Chris Battle 100% physically and mentally after the layoff from this injury? And I think that's the X factor. Again, no pun intended, for this match.
Let's try this one more time, okay? You guys hang in there. I may have a surprise. Let's try this. So let's see if this works.
I ain't saying nothing.
You know, I was watching.
It sounds like it's working so far.
I'm gonna jump in with you on the predictions over here.
Absolutely.
Hold on, you can't do your own prediction.
He can't do his own prediction.
To start off, I'm gonna make it clear, right? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
To start off, I'm gonna make it clear. Of course, I'm gonna bet on myself because I didn't work and bust my ass this hard to get where I'm at today to just lose.
Goddamn right.
As for you, Kellz, you're a bum, Rocky. You're the only one to disagree with me becoming champion.
I said it earlier. See, what happened was.
Where did y'all get this guy from?
When you were going through your technical difficulties, I had explained it. I'm gonna go through it one more time. Because Chris Battle is relatively resourceful outside of the ring, if y'all know what I'm saying, right?
Have you ever watched a NutriSex match?
I have. I've called the NutriSex match. I know what the man
This is true. Yes.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with his skills. I didn't say anything bad about NutriSex. I'm just saying it just may be a little more than you possibly could handle. Like, because something could happen and then boom. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3. I'm not wishing that for you, but that would be the reason why I would disagree.
You gotta understand.
That's the only reason.
You gotta understand. I've been doing this for way too long. I've faced people that's 2 times bigger than Chris Battle, stronger than Chris Battle. It doesn't matter who you put in front of me. I'm gonna defeat them.
Okay, I feel that.
Let me tell you. And listen, this is not. Everyone knows Talkin Tommy is unbiased. This is not to blow smoke up NutriSex's ass. It ain't about that. But I've watched a lot of NutriSex matches, and NutriSex compared to Chris Battle, yeah, Chris Battle might be taller than NutriSex. He might be stronger, but at the same time, NutriSex has one thing. Nutris is one of the smartest wrestlers I've ever watched. And he knows, as a veteran himself, that Chris Battle's coming back from that injury. I'm telling you, that injury that Chris Battle is coming back from could definitely play a factor. And so I think we got ourselves I think right now, gentlemen, we're talking to the future CPW Strong World Champion.
You see,
If that ain't the most biased thing I ever heard in my life.
Talkin Tommy's always been a good guy. Man.
Tommy, you sound like somebody wrote that for you and you ready for a check.
Wow. Let's see. We do have a question from TN Couponer. Will the champ try to get a DQ or count it out to retain the title? Do you think that this battle is capable of this?
That's what you feel me? You see what I'm saying? We here.
Here's the thing though. See, Kellz, yeah, Chris can try and pull something like that, but in the end, if that happens, you know we're gonna see this rematch because this match is too good. This match is too good to not end. It's got to end pinfall or submission. 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring.
Just like Talkin Tommy was saying, I come with experience. So when you have
yeah.
Oh man,
we're going so well.
I made sure that didn't happen.
Go ahead.
Anything that he tries,
yes, sir.
I'm ready for it.
It's a match I'm looking forward to. I think it's going to be a hell of a main event. I know that much.
Worthy of the top billing. Very worthy.
Yes,
of the top billing.
Absolutely. And everybody knows how much of a NutriSex fan I am. I swear. So, I can't.
That's not what Rick said at that one match that we had when we were back.
Oh, shut the hell up!
Wow.
I think you're lying. You're lying. First
wow.
Yo, guys. Rick talks a lot of junk behind it. He picks and chooses who he wants to win all the time. Don't let this fool you. This PWZ production stuff fool you, man. This is AI Rick right here, man. All being all nice and stuff.
Yeah, we're live, pal.
We're live, pal. Well, sheesh.
So who else is down the line?
For
we
the
got
shows,
the tag team titles on the line. Coab.
Hold on. Let's go in order. I got the whole list. Yep. That hold on. I'm gonna have to go with the champs on that one. Personally.
I'm going. I listen. I love me some Richie Eastone Esquire and Jay Bricks. I love me some Hustle and Muscle.
Absolutely.
But I think so far, Coab Killers, they have been on an absolute tear lately. They have been rolling, wheeling and dealing, and obviously, at some point, that train is gonna, the wheels are gonna fall off. But I don't think it's going to be June 9th. So I've got the boys straight from Mama Guin, Lorenzo Vendetta, Jake Lynn. They are coming out on top, still your CPW Tag Team Champions. That's my pick.
We have Bobby Buffet. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't somebody else?
I was gonna say, for me, one thing I've learned from sports is you don't always go with the best team. You go with the hot team. And to me, there's no tag team hotter right now than the Co-Avenue Killers. Champs retain.
Kellz?
Hey, listen, I'm like wave grease. I always go against the grain. So I'm be honest with you. I'm gonna go for the best instead of who's the hottest. And in this particular case, and the reason why is because there's just something about that peanut butter and jelly combination Hustle and Muscle got going on that seems to work. And I'm a fan of it. I'm a personal fan of it. Listen, if I could put all you guys in my video game and just put it on simulation so I could watch all the different ways that it could go down, I would. but we dealing with the eye test, and the eye test is telling me hustle and muscle. This is where I stand, and that's just what it is.
What else do we got here? I have Bobby Buffet and Prince Ahmed.
Give me my man Bobby.
Yeah?
He all he needs, bro. He's got to keep eating and he's good. Bobby Buffet, man. He's coming off a tough loss. You know, he was one of the two men that Nutrius defeated to become the number one contender. So you know, Bobby is hungry for some to rack up a win. And so I think Bobby is ready and hungry to get back in the win column at CPW. So I'm taking Bobby Buffet.
I'm the one going against the grain here. I'm taking Prince Ahmed. That dude is one mean mother effer.
You're allowed to
I'm
swear
going
on
with
the
Prince
show.
Ahmed also.
You know that?
He's a mean motherfucker.
Okay, there you go. All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm going with Prince Ahmed also. I just have something against people who just aren't focused in the ring and they're worried about what the crowd has to say and all the antics going on the outside. And I get it. Like, you're doing this for a reason. You want to represent for the kids and you want to show out. You want to be a role model and the hero. But sometimes being Superman, you trying to save somebody from getting hit from a skyscraper or something like that, you just get knocked on the side of the head. So I mean, we'll see, but it's not looking too good. So I'm gonna go with Prince Ahmed on that.
Real quick, shout out to Fogman going crazy in the chat.
Shout out to see, that's what I'm talking about. Fogman knows what's up.
Fogman going wild in the chat.
Yeah. Let's see. Anybody else want to step in on this match? The Prince Ahmed. What are we talking about?
That was the one.
Yeah, the Prince Ahmed and Bobby Buffet. Anybody else want to jump in and comment on this? Why am I hearing an echo?
Excuse me, NutriSex, who you got?
Between them both,
Yeah.
well, I've faced Bobby, and personally, I can tell you, Bobby can go. So, personally, I think he might have the upper hand on this one. Not only that, the fans love him.
Got that right.
All right, let's see what else we got here. We got
Achilles heel.
Of course, we got Sunset and Flying Eye. I'm not going to pick either of these. I don't.
I'm not going to. No,
I think that
no one is going to take a pick on this one. I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, I don't want to end up in that pile of dirt. So yeah,
I think
bleeding fifth.
Rick, listen, Rick, I know this is your show, but I'm going to make the executive decision. We're going to leave this one out because this one is too personal.
What do you think?
No. I agree. I agree with Tommy. We're going past this one. I'll just leave it for Rick to tell me at the booth.
This one is way too personal for anyone to take a pick here. So we're just going to wait and see for this one to go down.
Yeah. Rick will tell me in the booth. So I don't. No pressure on him right now for everybody.
We lost Nutrius.
Nope. All right. So let's see. What do we got? I feel like I'm echoing. Am I echoing, guys?
No, you are not.
You're good on mine.
Okay.
A little bit, but
yeah. I don't know what the hell's going on. This is the most craziest show. Jesus. I'm gonna have to take some Advil afterwards. Then we got obviously the Premier Louis Leon and Jermaine Marbury. Obviously, this is going to be a really good match. Both these guys are really great. I'm going to have to go with Louis Leon.
I got a lot of respect for that. I got a lot of respect for Leon, and I could see him picking up a win. But I don't know. I think my man Marbury. That man is almost like Carmelo Hayes. He shoots, he don't miss.
This is a coin flip almost, but I mean, my gut's telling me I think Marbury's pulling up the upset. I agree with you, Tommy.
I'm gonna skip on this one because I'm looking forward to learning a little more about the contenders in this match. I don't think I have enough data to be able to make a solid pick. It wouldn't be fair to them on this
one. The Vetrano brothers and the Haven. I'm gonna have to go with the Haven on this one because of their experience. As much as I like the brothers, think they're great. They're still young, up and coming, but the Haven, I'm going with this on this one.
I second that, Rick.
I will third that. Or I'll fourth it. Now,
Oh, you gotta pick
three
one.
fingers first.
You got there we go.
Kellz, I'll give you the 3. I'll take the 4.
Santos and Double G.
Santos.
Yeah.
Santos.
By hook or by crook.
Yep. Same. And
So
did you
2 for 2? We're all on the same. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I think we're all right. And we got Javar and Alan Bano. Alan Bano's been making his name out here for Coliseum the last few shows. He's not too bad there, but I think maybe I'm going to go with him. Maybe he's going to pick up the victory on this one.
Yeah, I think I have so much respect for Javar, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do in the CPW ring. He's incredible to watch, and he's going to give Alan Bano hell. But Bano was coming off a really impressive victory last time out at Opportunity for Success 2, and I think he's going to keep riding that win streak. And so I think he's going to spoil the debut of the Complete One Javar. So this was a tough one, but I'm going to take Alan Bano on this one.
I may be biased, but I disagree with you guys. I got Vara.
Okay.
I want to go Varro also because Bano, especially in his last promo for this upcoming match, he seemed a little distracted, discussing more of the promotional aspect and so on and so forth. Granted, that can still be his ploy. You know how Michael Jordan was looking for every reason to hate somebody so that he could crush him in the final. So that could just be Bano's way to, Michael Jordan his way through that win. But right now, it's a no for me, dog.
All right. I think that we ran down the whole card, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think so.
All right. I think we ended up getting it. Those are our predictions. That's a preview show. Obviously, June 9th. And sorry, everybody, for watching and listening and all you wonderful human beings that we had so many technical difficulties.
Hold on, Rick.
Yes,
real
sir.
quick. Before we go, I just want to take a minute here. My face is going to disappear because I got the graphic in front, because I do want to give a shout out to all the sponsors that came out in droves to sponsor matches and talent for this event. Without them, we wouldn't have been able to put on this what I think is one of, if not the best, Coliseum Pro Wrestling card in the short history of CPW. So big thank you to El Habaro. I hope I pronounced that right. Simply Dynamic Temple. Who else we got here? Headlock Collectibles. Dead Killer 1 by 1 or 1x1, whatever, on Twitch. And also a big shout out to New Age Wrestling. New Age Wrestling is a promotion that's been very good to me and a lot of the talent, both in the ring and behind the scenes, that are on this card. Huge shout out to them for stepping up and supporting us. Make sure if you're in the Springfield, Mass area, or you want to make the trip, check out New Age Wrestling on June 17th. It is their final show at the Eastfield Mall in Springfield. It's going to be a big one. Definitely check that out. And also a thank you to a little podcasting network called PWZ.
Never heard of them. Thank you, everybody. And thank you for the sponsors, obviously. And thank you, Coliseum Pro. This coming Friday, of course, check out all our social media, their social media, everywhere. And come to the show. It's going to be a really good show. It's going to be a fun show. Support independent wrestling.
Goddamn right.
Support independent wrestling. Because this, guys, you can go there, spend $15, $20 to a room like this and enjoy your evening. Okay?
Mhm.
It's not going to break the bank. Support independent wrestling. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you at the matches.